Okay. Hello, hello, hello. I am Pamela Chase, the lead hooking specialist and founder of Hook for You, where we're dedicated to keeping the art of crochet alive. And we do that by teaching the skills to women and children to boost their self-esteem and create a healthy and positive environment. Now, today we started a stitch on Wednesday. There was a hello, petals of a woman. Hello, Zen World Organics. Hello, Victory by Creation. How are you all doing? Um, and we're gonna do that stitch. So let me see. Let's do a little bit of keeping. Hi, Small Fancy Designs Crochet. How are you doing? I'm trying to see. There we go. Let me put the volume down. Let's go. Okay, and we're gonna do this stitch. Hi, Carol. How are you? But we're gonna do it today with the. We're gonna do it with the magic ring. Ooh, what that do? What that do? What that do? Always something with yarn. Just found it. I don't know. I do always a tangle there. And we did the for those who are used to the normal granny square, we just did a variation of the granny square stitch. We did one where there's no gaps. That's the issue. So, okay. But we're gonna do the one we did on Wednesday, we did 5 stitches and then we joined the ring and so this. See how the hole is big in case you don't want a big hole like this. But you can also do it with less stitches. I did 5. You can do 4 or 3, however you want to do it to make it a smaller hole. I don't like this hole being big. So and when you do the magic ring, you can adjust it. So when I do the magic ring, and you do change 5 stitches, 5 chains. Two, three, four. No, not 5, 4. Sorry, 4. Then you do 3 double crochets. And see when you do that 4, the treble stitches is involved in that too. So you include that as a stitch. So you do 3 double crochets. And instead of chaining, you do a treble. So you wrap the yarn around the hook twice. Yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, over, go through 2. That's your treble stitch. Then you do 3 double crochet. That will make the corner that you normally would have with your granny square. We would have a corner. 3. Then you continue to do that, and you do it 3 times. 3 double crochet, 1 treble, and 3. 3, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then you do a treble, 2, yarn over 2, yarn over 2, yarn over 2. Then you do 3 double crochet. Make sure you keep track of this loose yarn. 3, treble, 3, the treble, and 3. Hey Shanta, how are you? Long time. Then you do 3 more. 3, 2, then you do a treble, 2, 2, and 2. Then you do 3 more. And then that will finish this round. 2. It doesn't matter which technique you use in the beginning, it's just a matter of breath. You slip stitch, but you want to see with the magic ring. You will just make that hole as small as you like. Then you join and do a slip stitch. And you should have 16 stitches. Four corners, and you include where you joined it at. And altogether, it should be 3 double crochets per side. So now we're going to do chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Two there, and then then along the sides, you're going to do some stitches. You're going to double crochet in each double crochet in each stitch. You're going to do a double crochet. Instead of doing it in a space, you're just going to do it in a stitch. And you're going to do treble here, 2, 2, on over and 2. And we're going to do 3 more double crochet stitches. 2, 3. No, it's not 3, it's 2. 2. You're going to do two double crochet instead of three. You do three in the first one. In the second one, you do two. So you do two double crochets, do a treble, which is also called a triple. Then you do two more double crochet in that treble. Then you crochet on the side. Each stitch. Make sure you count the numbers. So you should have 32 stitches all around, 7 per side. 4 corners. Yeah. Then you do the corner, which is the two double crochet, the treble, and then two double crochet. We are on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You can catch us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn. One, two, two, two. You do a treble in the middle. Then you do two double crochets, all in the same stitch. And on Mondays, we talk about hook and yarn, all about the yarn and hooks. On Wednesdays, what's on your hook, and we do a stitch. On Fridays, we do a stitch, and it could be at most times, a lot of times, it's a continuation of what we did Wednesday. Sometimes it depends on what kind of stitch it is. Make sure it's even. Hmm. Be really careful with this because with the other one, it's cutting pretty much cut and dry. But with this one, you have to be real careful. Do it. So it won't be lopsided. Need the two more. And then you do stitching across this side. And then you do 2 in the base. Then you join. And then you, from now on, you continue. You do a continuation. Uh, See how easy it is to just get it lopsided. I think I prefer not to have and most times at this part of it, and I prefer not to do the ring. I prefer just to do the regular chain, but I'll do a smaller amount of chain to keep it from, excuse me, to keep the hole from being so big. So if you we will be meeting on Wednesday, on Saturday with our willing hands, and you're welcome to come and join us. Just give us your email address, and we will invite you. And we'll send you an invite. We're on Google Meet. That's how we do it right now. Okay. So then you chain 4, and then you just continue to do it the same way you did the previous round. One, two, three, four. Then you do 2 double crochet in the same stitch, and then you go across and just do it. Remember, you have to have 7. So it's not going to increase. You will, but you do 7 across here. 7, 7, 7. 2 there. Then you just go in each stitch and do a double crochet. It's going to have to be more. It's going to have to be more than 7 on the top. Let's see how much it's going to be now. I know granny squares are very, very popular now, and this would be good. So the garments people make would be a nice one because it's closed up. For the bags and sweaters and pants and tops, different things people are making with the granny square. You keep going across till you get to that treble in the previous row. And you can find it. That would be 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. So I think it's going to be 9 this time. Two, and you do a treble, and you do two more double crochets. So you do two double crochets, one treble, two double crochets in the same stitch. And you just keep going across each stitch. And you just keep going across. Hi, Eclectic Goods. How are you? Just going across. And which one do you prefer? There are other ones too. I'm not sure we're gonna go into the other types of granny squares at the moment, but there are other ones too. So which one do you prefer? The one with the gaps or without? I think with the gap, certain things, and without the gap for other things. It's a use for both of them. There is a use for them both. What I'm trying to do is maneuver these different devices. That's what I'm doing. I've added a laptop to my other devices. So I'm working on 3 devices at the moment. Two of them I'm recording from, and one I'm just doing other stuff. So I can get the hang of it. So eclectic. When are you coming back on? I've been missing your lives. It's a challenge. I mean, I have my phone has StreamYard on it. My my tablet has Instagram, and then the laptop. I'm just going back and forth in it, looking at the live, and if I need to type anything up, I do it from the laptop. So it is a challenge. I might need to get somebody to do this stuff for me. That would be nice to have someone to, but not right now. So it should be 9 going across this way. Next plan one is next Thursday. Okay. Now you still doing your night um lives too. Two and two. And you do the treble. Do one of those in between. Then you do two more double. And you continue on. For some reason, it stays sideways. So I don't know, something that I'm not doing. Oh, okay, there we go. Thank you. No, not it either. Nope, that's not it. So, okay. I know I've come on. Sometimes I've seen you were doing, I think, painting art, your art. Okay. Then I also realize that now, since I have a laptop, I don't need StreamYard for YouTube. I can just use my laptop and go on YouTube and do lives on YouTube. Because I always thought that you had to have 1,000 people, but that's only if you are on mobile. I believe. I can do it on my laptop. Good. I still am looking for the 1,000 people, but I don't need that to do a live. And just like on TikTok, it's 1,000 people, and you can do a live on that too. Okay. I'm thinking about not having everything so planned that sometimes I'll just be in the mood and just pop on different ones. And that's what my goal is just to pop on time it goes on. Even if I'm just by myself, just pop in on these platforms. And that's good because people, the schedules are different. They may be available at night or early in the morning. It's just different things. They may be at times they may be available. So that's good to alternate and just come on, just to be present. To hear, this is the granny. And if that's the granny that you're used to, see when you do, and also when you do it live, it's just so many different things on different devices. Things are different. So sometimes, even before I got the laptop, I would go into the browser to these different platforms instead of doing the mobile version because there are different features on different ones on each one. 'Cause you can go mobile on something and then go on um, the browser on it and it's be totally different. The things are different that you can do. Because I want to get back to just not even having StreamYard, just to have um, just to go into just different individual sites. I mean, different platforms. So that will also mean not being on each site at the same time. just doing different things on different ones, which is my goal. But that'll be a lot to it. It's so easy just being on one platform. And I might just go back to HAPS. So it just depends. Because I want to have, if I do a multiple, I want a multiple that has Instagram on it instead of doing Instagram, excuse me, separate than the others. Okay, then you do 2 minutes on here. And you join it and you're done for that round. See how it's slanted. So I had to figure out how to do that with that slant. But this is the gist of how you do it. Take some tweaking, but that's how it's supposed to be done. And if anyone's willing to join me on any of the platforms, please feel free to join. And not even join. It's got to be about business, serious things, business, not just to be on just to talk. As someone tried to get on yesterday. I mean, I knew the person, but it wasn't about crochet, so it wasn't right. It wasn't the right form for the conversation. But this is very good. And most time with me is when I want to make sure something is even enough, I just fold it together just to make sure everything coordinates right. And this one is not, and then make the adjustments as possible. But this is the gist of how you do the solid granny square stitch. Now, I prefer at the moment, I prefer not to do the magic ring because that makes a difference to it. And you probably have to adjust the stitches you do and all that when you do it this way. When you do the magic square. And this one I did 5 stitches. And then, but I'll probably have to change it to maybe 3, 2. And I'll also get the other stitch where you do like 3 stitches and then the last chain with 3 chains. And the last chain, what you do is you go into the last chain, you do all your stitching in that last chain. That's another one that will have a closed effect to it. I mean, I want to have a hole this big. And normally that's not what you want. You may not want it closed all the way, but you still may not want it this big. And this one, smaller, but still. But I can always make it smaller. Bring back here, and the yarn back here, and see closed up. But I think that makes a difference in how it's coming out. But I want to work with this a little bit more, just tweak it somewhat, and then report back on how I did it. Okay. And again, if anyone wants to join us tomorrow, 2 o'clock for our Willing Hands meetup. It's not really a meeting. I always call it a meeting, but it's like a meetup because even though the group is for um, charities, uh, we still talk about other things. We talk about just crocheting and just different things. So conversations go to a lot of different things. So it's not just a charity group. We get together for charity and donate items to charity. We also talk about other things related to crochet. I always learn something new every week. I learn together. I always learn something. So it's a good place to be if you're looking for networking. You know, group of sisters, again, sisters. You know, we welcome males too, but right now it's just us women and about four of us on a normal. We have some that pop in and out every so often, but it's like four of us that gets together and talk and crochet. And we talk about our projects, help each other with theirs, and also when new people come, if someone comes and they don't know how to crochet or have a problem with crocheting, we also assist them. There's some people I need to reach out to for it, so they can join us also. But that's what Willing Hands is all about. And we also participate in different things. If any um, causes, any types of events relating to cancer or other things, we are willing to participate. We normally participate in the Race for the Cure in DC. We haven't done it in 2 weeks, in 2 years since the pandemic. But we collect hats and things. Sometimes people send us other things too. So we're going to incorporate those in it too. But it started out just hats. And we just have a table where we just give out hats at the event. So we did the one in Washington, D.C. Eventually, I think I want to do one in other. There are some other places also. They want to do it there too late, like in Virginia. So I'll check on that also. But that's what we do. I will have a new fiber arts gadget tour to show everyone soon. I'm being silky, collecting vintage tools. Okay, cool. Sounds good. I will watch, but I'm determined not to get into anything else. I have gotten into different other things because I am a person that love creative things. I'm always doing something creative. So then when something new comes out, I get involved in that also. It's like art making. Now I want to also do things with cricket, and I'm working on getting to that point too. I just want to do different things. I want to get back into my sewing. But just a little time, but if you manage your time right, you can do what you need to do. You can incorporate all that into one thing. And there's something else that I'm doing too that I will discuss later that also will incorporate somewhat into my business. Not really a craft, but it will be incorporated into it. So, yes, this is just a sideways, and this has to be done a different way. So I will work on this again just to get it tweaked. Because I do want to master this one stitch before we go into another. So it's 2 o'clock, almost 2 o'clock. Anybody have any questions, any comments, anything that they want to discuss? We what we're doing also is this month we're talking about why people crochet. What reason do you crochet? So we'll be discussing those things also. And that will just be for this month, but we're gonna start this month. So we're gonna talk about why crochet. You can discuss why you crochet. We're gonna talk about the benefits of crocheting, how it helps you medically, how it helps you physically. how it helps you mentally and socially. So we will be getting into that, and you'll have I'll have posts and some things going on to inform you about why you should crochet. And it also applies to other crafts too. It can go with others also. But, we're using crochet as a guide because it does apply. The things do apply to knitting and other crafts. You really think about it. So we will be discussing that this month. Why crochet? Why do you crochet? And there are statistics out there on the benefits and how it works. Helps with different things like Alzheimer's, dementia. Also helps with your body. Keep your hands moving. It's just different things that it does affect. So it's a good thing when you do crafts. Crafts is a good thing to do because of the how it helps you. It helped me a lot. Now, one day getting to my story on how crochet has affected my life, and I will get into that and go into that, and then I would encourage others to, if they don't mind, discuss their stories while they crochet or whatever else that they do as a craft. Hey, Janelle, thank you. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to really focus on, but that's really a big thing to me is crocheting and how it affects you, how it not just something just to do, but just something that really is important to do. Because people look at it as a certain type of skill, a certain type of thing. It's a grandma thing, or it's a this, or it's a that. But it has some better things to it. Thank you, Eclectic Good. There are other things that it does for you. You got to realize that it's important. And it doesn't have to be crocheting. It could be knitting. It can be other things. It can be art. Um, whatever you like to do that boosts your creativity. That's what is good. So we will be doing that together. We will be doing that. And that's what we're gonna do. So it's a lot of things that I have planned to do. We just have to incorporate it. I know it's summertime is coming and people will be outside and things, but still, this is a portable crocheting knitting. They are portable things, portable skills. Where you can just take it anywhere you go. You can just have a bag with your stuff, and you can take it. You go to the park. You can sit outside. Go to a cookout, concert, anything. You can go and take what you take your thing and go and enjoy yourself and just sit there and crochet. And the good thing about it is that you can crochet and talk to people. You don't. It's not something that you cannot associate with people. If you're sitting and just sitting and chilling, you can also have discussion. You can crochet while you're at a concert, a ball game. That's what some things I used to always do. Go to basketball games, football games. Not football games, but my grandkids would have football games or basketball games. And I would take it with me. I would take I don't not always crochet, but I would take it with me You know, people look at you funny sometimes, but okay. But it's good to do this. Doctor's office. If when you have a long wait, take it with you. There were times when I've had to stay in the doctor's office for 2 hours or so and didn't have anything with me. It was really, no. So it's good to take this with you. So I think that's it for today. But it's going to be nice outside. I don't know how it is where you live, but here it's getting really nice. So it's time to go outside and crochet. Cannot wait. So until Monday, when we're going to be talking about, it's all about the yarn and hooks and yarn. Until then, have a great weekend. Enjoy. Get outside if you can, if it's nice where you live. Be creative and be safe.